We find with most of the breeding facilities, it's quite a cruel circle. They get the female to breed, and then in a few days' time they take away her cubs, which is obviously very stressful for her, and she falls into estrus again, so she can become pregnant almost immediately again. It's overbreeding animals. I mean, if you were to compare it to a human, imagine having a baby, being pregnant for 9 months, having the baby, and then falling pregnant immediately again. Eventually you're going to become sick because you're going to be completely depleted. And eventually that also has a negative effect on the cubs. If the mother is sick, the cubs become sick too. From that cycle, the cubs are then hand raised. Most of the places that do cub petting and breeding and lion walking, I mean, maybe there are a few legit ones, but most of them aren't. And I don't think they contribute to conservation at all. I mean, conservation is actually conserving something precious, something important, or putting something back into conservation, into the wild. And I've never seen any relocations of captive bred animals being put into the wild. All I basically see is that it's a circle of profit. It's just people making money out of these animals, and I don't see how that's conserving something. I mean, that's basically, that's exploiting it. And conservation and exploiting something is not the same thing. Mostly we find that if people have interaction with animals, it's because they want to, not because the animal needs it, but because it's a personal human want. We believe as a proper sanctuary that you do not have any interaction with the animals. Just because it is a lion and it has, or any big cat or any animal, doesn't need any interaction with humans. We work hands-off with the animals. All of our gates, any of our operations are worked from the outside, so we don't have any physical contact with any of the animals. We have a strictly no breeding policy, so all of our females are sterilized when they arrive here by us, just because we don't believe a proper sanctuary needs to breed. There are so many animals in captivity, we shouldn't be adding to that. We are a sanctuary to any ex-circus animals or zoo animals or any animals that basically need a home. Mostly we work with very abused animals and animals that come from a very bad background, and then unfortunately they can never be rehabilitated back into the wild, but we can rehabilitate them back to health, and then they live out the rest of their days here with us. In general, we've seen that the poaching of captive lions and captive animals, rhinos and even elephants, has increased quite a lot. And we think, the reason for that is that there are so many people on this earth and there is a demand for it. And the more people there are, the bigger the demand is. And it needs to be supplied somehow, or people believe it needs to be supplied. Now, they are targeting sanctuaries and they are targeting places of safety just to get body parts to send out to the rest of the world. As far as our knowledge goes, the lion body parts and tiger body parts are used for two different reasons. One is for medicinal uses, that they believe it could cure them from a certain sickness, and then the other one has to do with wealth.